At one point, I was manning the hose and I lost control because it was there was just a lot of buildup of pressure, and I basically hosed my chief in the face. I'm Amanda Zhu. I'm from Mountain Lakes originally, and I'm a current senior at Penn studying finance and stat in Wharton, and then submatting in data science. I feel like as a kid with my family, something that I remember when you asked me this question is like bringing my whole family together. I'm the youngest in the family, and it would be my mom, my dad, and my older sister who's 6 years older than me, and laying out a chores list as like a first grader and being like, if you guys complete your assigned chores for this week, I'll give you a dime. And in my mind, as like a first grader, this was like a huge prize. Or I was like, I'll draw you a picture. And then I'd like pull out the drawings that my parents had like taken me to these art classes. So those were like the drawings from that, and obviously they've seen them and like they basically paid for them already. But I think that kind of encapsulates what I was like as a kid. So I joined the volunteer fire department of my town in junior year. It was one of the coolest things that I was a part of as a senior or as a high schooler. Basically, as a first year junior volunteer, I went to training drills that were from 2 to 4 hours, like twice a week. And we did everything from like practicing ice extrication on our lakes and mountain lakes, to like practicing rescue extrication. So we would like gear up and have like our oxygen masks, and then sometimes we'd be blindfolded and like we had to retrieve a dummy. As like a 5'3" girl, I'm training alongside people who were like 200 pounds. At one point, I was manning the hose and I lost control because it was there was just a lot of buildup of pressure, and I basically hosed my chief in the face, and I really thought I broke his nose because he was standing so close to where the water was coming out. Thankfully, I didn't break his nose, so I got to stay on the team. Lunar Excel is a career accelerator that we're founding to empower Asian American students in dismantling the bamboo ceiling. I feel like when I joined, almost a leap of faith to do it. I didn't know my co-founder Jasper at the time. It was just sort of something that he had been ideating upon for a while and doing research on this concept of the bamboo ceiling and what it means quantitatively when we say that Asian Americans have trouble getting promoted to management positions. And I think the most rewarding part of Lunar Excel is seeing it come to life. So getting responses from people like Patrick Lee, who founded Rotten Tomatoes, or Charles Huang, who co-founded Guitar Hero, has been something super exciting. I think it really speaks to the fact that people rally around this issue, and that it's a very real thing that needs to be tackled. Something that I've been thinking about a lot personally, where I'm like, why do I have all these ideas now when I'm about to leave? It makes things harder, obviously. I think it's because of a few things. First, as a freshman, sophomore, I think I was really focused on just finding my footing, of course, on kind of building a cushion for myself such that failure would not be, I guess like future failures would be more acceptable. So focusing on recruiting and getting good grades. And then I think in junior year, I was really involved in new social impact practice, and that took up just a significant amount of time because of how many changes I wanted to make for the club. So now as a second semester senior, I have a lot more free time, and I think because of that, I feel a lot more able to pursue these ideas. And then the second thing is just, I think over the last year or so, I've become a lot less risk averse than I previously thought I was. I think I realized some point during this year as a senior that something I wish I had been more open to as an underclassman is entrepreneurship, innovation, and taking more risks.
Who or what are you most grateful for at Penn?
At Penn? Okay. My roommate, Amy Sun, I think I was just so incredibly lucky to have met her in freshman year. We've been freshman year roommates and then roommates ever since. And I think she's someone who's incredibly empathetic and very caring. So in my lowest moments at Penn, when I've really struggled, she's always been there and been able to support me even when I didn't ask for help.